Hello everyone and welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. I hope you guys enjoy episode 21. In the last episode, we worked on more production stuff. We worked on getting all the modium as well as dark matter, and we have those things perfectly set up. All the modium is here and dark matter is also set up here. But we need to work on more things for this to actually work. So in today's episode, I actually want to go fix up some stuff from the phytogenic insulators because we can make them much faster than what they're doing now, so we can actually make them quite useful. But I need to reorganize this system because it was using way too many controllers and points from this thing. So I want to kind of reorganize this and put this in a different way, just because it wasn't working very well. I don't think it was gonna do very good, so I need to figure out a different way of doing this. So I'm actually just gonna break everything because I might as well. I've already broken everything else, so I think I'm gonna just kind of take everything else down. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the floor now. Let me pick it all up so I can know which ores that I was specifically using. I'm glad to kind of have it here still. I have a bunch of routers I was trying to figure out how to use, but that's okay to keep it there. And yeah, we're gonna figure out a way to actually do this. I'm keeping the season here just so I can know which ones were in there and which ones were not, but we're gonna make a different area with these things and figuring out a different way to actually organize these things. So looking at the phytogenic insulators, I want to keep these. And actually I think there's a tool in thermal series that I want to use. I think it was like called red something. I think it was here it is, the red print. So that's what I want to make. Oh my god, it took me so long to kind of find that, but there we go. The red print, it just copies and transfers settings between blocks. So if I got the phytogenic insulators from here and I wanted this to be the same, I've just kind of got to right click this. I guess just right click it like that. If I want to put it on one that's a little different, which I think this one's different, I just got to kind of paste them into here, which means that these should now be the same, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know exactly how this works. Oh, one of them has an integral component inside of it. They have the same settings. Never mind. That was the issue there. Okay, so we'll have to fix these because I think these all have components in them. That's probably what the issue is. But anyways, and ignoring that, we're gonna set up a different system. It was a little too difficult to use it with this, so I think what we're gonna do is actually get out the sync multi-block that we were using in the past and kind of starting this in the bottom chain like we used to. So we're gonna put the phytogenic insulators here like this in a line like we used to. It should be perfectly fine to do so, I think. And we just need to have some not item pipes. We need some, I guess we can use some universal pipes if we get those, or fluid pipes maybe if we have any. Do we have I don't think we have a craft for these things actually. Let's go make something for these things really fast. Okay, there we go. We have a craft for these universal pipes now, so now we can go use these for anything we want. So I can go put these up to here and actually connect these up to the system. And what we also got to do is actually change the settings on these things. So configuration, it no longer will be the top. Well, actually I think it's still going to be at the top because we're going to use something else. But in the bottom, we're going to have an input down here for the water. So as you can see, the water is inputting quite slowly, but it is inputting from here. I do need to use my wrench though to actually get it out of here for the rest of the systems. So let's copy this and send it over to the other one, and let's see if those configurations are working, which it seems like they are. I think all of these now have, they now all should have the bottom configuration, which means the water will be going in through the bottom side, which means these pipes should be working pretty well. But I can actually add some upgrades to these things, and I probably should. So an upgrade for, let's see, do we have pipes upgrades actually marked? We probably don't have a craft for them, unless they're these things, which I don't think they are. Actually, we might maybe make some crafts for these two, since it seems like we're going to be using these quite a lot here. So let's go actually set up a little thing for them as well. Okay, the good news is I'm probably going to only need actually a few because they only go on the front. Now I think what I'm going to do is actually offset the fridge, or not the fridge, the sink, so that the output can come out a little faster for this first machine, because it doesn't seem like it'll do it. So I need to put it there. So that should speed up the rate that the water is coming out, which it's already full, which might have happened while I was gone, but that should work out just fine. Now what we're going to do here is something different. I need to figure out how I'm going to organize this properly in my own way, because it's going to be a little difficult. So what I really want to do is have some frame storages up here and have filtering blocks going out into a chest that's connected up to the system. We're actually not going into a chest, but just going into the ME system here. So I think what we're doing is getting the framed drawers, or just not framed, drawers, the double oak drawers that are these ones and this ones, which they seem to have things in them, I think. I'm not 100% sure. They seem to have a reason that they're a little different. I don't think they actually have anything in them, but they all are different, even though some of these say they have contents. I don't see anything inside these. Oh, they don't have contents, they have upgrades in them. That's the issue here, which is perfectly fine. I can get some of those upgrades later. So what I want to do is have these oak drawers at the top. So I guess I probably actually also want to have have some kind of recipe for this because I'm gonna need to make quite a few of them. So let me just do that as well. Oh my god, this can be a little recipe of making episode where we're just kind of making a bunch of these things. So the oak should be fine because it'll request a bunch of them. But what we're doing is putting these on top. We need our lock back again, which we used to have this. Oh god, it's showing everything that has lock in it, which is like a block. What was it called? It was from, what mod is this exactly? It's functional storage. I think a configuration tool. It's that one. Yes, we have one right here. So the configuration tool can lock items. So what we want to do is have this perfectly fine. Like, that's great. The water's going in, so we don't have to worry about it. We probably also want to have in here the phytogrow entrance. So we probably want to get a crafter. Oh, actually, what is it called? No, it's not called a crafter. Oh, the ME interfaces. I think this is what we need. So if we connect this up, should be perfectly fine. And with this, we can, oh, what is happening here? Okay, don't do that. I think I can put a crafting card in here. Yeah. So crafting card. Thought I had a recipe for a crafting card. Well, let's go fix that. Another recipe to add to the list. Okay, now that we have a crafting card, that should be good. So crafting card is here. Now we need, I think we need a recipe for the phytogrow. I do want the, I think I have a phytogrow recipe in here, but then I want to have one up there, which I guess this is what we're using. I'm going to put this in here and it's going to request this craft and it's going to input it to all of these machines, which means I just need to actually modify. Oop, what did I just do? Did I put, what the hell happened? I need to modify that to be that, and I want to put in my upgrade there. This is a crafted card. I want to put this, or not, I don't want you to request that. I want you to request phytogrow. Actually, I thought I needed the crafter. I just need the actual phytogrow. Let me mark phyto into here. So phyto. Actually, it's in here. Does this work? I just request it here. That should do it. And if that's going correctly, yes, it should be inputting all of these into there, which I guess is the distribution for this first round robin. Robin is the way I want this to be distributed. So I need to change it on here as well. So all of these should be receiving phytogrow at a consistent rate, which is great. That's perfect. Okay, so this system is actually working a lot better than what it was a second ago. So now what we want to do is pick something first. So I think we're going to do with Inferium. So the Inferium seeds are going to go there and the Inferium essence is going to go there. And then what we're going to actually do is go over here and lock this drawer so that seeds, oh, actually I locked the drawer with the seeds out of there. So I want to lock it like this, right? Is it locked? It isn't locked. Oh, I could have gotten it. I almost got it. Hold on. Oh, do I just need to right click it? Oh, I do just need to right click it. Okay, so really quickly. Okay, do you have more Inferium seeds? Putting more Inferium seeds in there and then locking it. That will forever grab seeds out of there and put them back into here. Now the issue I'm having with this, well, I guess not the issue. I need to start connecting up power, which means I need to start getting some basic capacitor cables out the back here. I just need to connect these probably the same way I had them a second ago. I need a flux point, I believe it is called. I probably had one, but that's okay. Kind of put this here, turn on the limits, turn this on to this network, and this should be producing enough power into these things to actually get it to work. Yes, and it is. So the augments has a resonant turbo component right now. I think these are making a bunch of stellar components. I think it's going quite slowly. I think the we're having a little bit of issues with stellar and component upgrades, but with the stellar component upgrades, we can already get, where the hell is it? We can already get this to a 12 times speed, and I haven't tried it yet in these things. So what I'm gonna do is just replace it. We're gonna see how quick that is. Oh, that's fast, and we're still gaining power, which is good. So we're getting enough, but look how quick that's going. So what that's doing immediately, as you can see, is it's already producing 3 a tick, pretty much 3 a tick, because of the phytogrow as well as the integral component here. That is quite amazing, and I don't know actually why the integral component isn't crafting. I wonder which one is using it. I'm gonna really need some more. Oh, is it because of this? I'm gonna cancel that. It could be because of that. It's trying to craft amethyst, which for some reason it's not doing. I think because I think I just need to request this again. So we're gonna craft like 10 of these, which actually I couldn't craft 10 of these. I'm gonna craft 5 of these. That should go properly if I don't mess up any other crafts. This makes me think I need more crafting storages. I think I'm gonna need more of these separately because I'm requesting quite a bit of these things. But anyways, so after that, let's pick the next thing we want to add in here, which I guess a good one to add if we want to fix it properly. I need to configure this to have an auto input out, not working right now, because I need to put this into here, and I need to get the diamond essence into here, and then the diamond seed into here, and then you just need to lock it. So there we go. So now I can turn back on the auto input. It should bring in that seed since we only have the one, and then it'll keep going. I'm gonna do this for all the rest of them, and then we're gonna figure out how we're actually going to take out the items because it should be pretty easy to do that, I think. But we'll see in a hot second how this is going to work. All right, as you can see, this is already working. We have essence, we have diamonds, we have redstone, fluix essence, saltpeter's essence, nether quartz, and uranium as the start. These are all working at a quite high capacity. Some of these have integral components. I think most of these have the lower tier ones, so they're not going nearly as quick as the essences. It was already at 640 something, but they're all going pretty fast. The only issue is now it seems like we're not producing enough phytogrow to actually go into all these systems. I think we have run out of this system to make phytogrow. So what are we actually missing for getting that? We're missing sand, believe it or not. Phytogrow requires sand. So what we're gonna need to do is have something that creates sand for us. Because I guess, oh, sand is, yes, it's a part of the recipe. So we do need something that actually makes sand. So that's a little bit of an issue. We want something that actually crafts sand. It kind of puts it in there. So I think we're gonna take over something like this. Since this is also crafting sand, I do kind of want to use it. But that means we're gonna probably just kind of do it the same way we do everything. So we're gonna do it with this. Do we have a cobble gen in here actually? Oh, we do. We actually do have a cobble generator in here, and we have a craft for it, like a low tier one. But we're gonna just use this one, and we're gonna really quickly kind of make this same system, but just to have sand running into here. So instead of running it through flux hammer and then another flux hammer and then to a sieve, we're gonna just have 2 hammers. So we can make those really easily because we just kind of made a few of those last time. So let's make 2. We just need hoppers, which apparently that means that we don't have like a hopper craft. I'm finding out a lot of basic things don't have auto crafts already, which is really weird to me, but I guess I was like, I'm probably not gonna need that. I'll just get to it later, and I guess I just need to get hopper crafts now. So there's even easier option to do this with the logs. I might actually do this craft because, and I don't have to worry about crafting anything. It just kind of needs to request the logs up really quick. So there we go. That should work. Let's continue doing this, and let's set up this like auto sand generator here. All right, and there we go. We have added this to the same cobble gen because I think it's perfectly fine. It doesn't need an extra one. It's not that necessary. So this is still like holding a lot of cobble. So now it's sending into here, which is producing a bunch of gravel, which is producing then a bunch of sand. The only thing actually that isn't working properly is we need to have an advanced item upgrade for a few of these, at least one. So at least here, there needs to be an upgrade for that. And then for here, we can actually have an upgrade for here, just so it goes into the system a little faster. And then that one has its upgrade, so that's okay. This wasn't exporting quick enough. So now we should be getting sand at quite a high rate, which means if we go back to the system already, that should have fixed the issue here. So there should be phytogrow, yep, being requested into the system now. So that was the one thing that we were missing that isn't automated. So that's working perfectly, which I love. That's great. I'm glad I'm finally fixing this system here. So let's go back to actually putting in these seeds, and I will see you all once this is properly done. Okay, so if we did this correctly, which this is working pretty well, it's just a little bit tedious of a thing to start organizing this and actually setting up filters in these things. But if we did this correctly, everything that's not a seed should be flowing into here, and which it very much is. And now we're not going to use this specifically as a thing. All we're going to do is use this as a medium to get an import bus set up on this thing. So I just want a regular import bus. We're going to craft that. We're going to stick it to the bottom, or actually we're going to just stick it right here. And then we're going to get out a cable. So 1 fluix cable, or actually just like 3 of them. And we're going to stick it on the side of this, or maybe actually we can just stick it right here. There we go. There's 3 of them. And then that should be importing into the system if I'm not mistaken. So I think this should be importing things, import multiple items from inventory, testing them, pushing them into the storage network. Yes. So this should work. Yeah, and it looks like it's functioning. I just don't know if it's actually, I think it actually is using, yes it is. It's just quite slow. This has actually acceleration cards. So if I put some acceleration cards in there, which I think I can craft, I think I can make like 4, maybe 5 into there. Let me craft all of these, and let me put in, well first, yeah, no, let's just wait for it. So there's 3. So taking out those 3, how much can we put into here? I can put 4 in there. I want to take that back out. So now, as you can see, it is flowing out pretty quickly. And the thing is, these don't craft as quickly as that. At least they shouldn't be. So this shouldn't be too much of an issue. But this little system right here is importing everything from these into this drawer that isn't a seed, and it is putting it into the system. So looking at essence again, look at all that essence. That is quite a lot, and that is really going to replace everything. So all we got to do is add the same system to all of these. So I just need to put these into here. So before I actually do connect them, I need to filter these first. So another little long process of setting all these up. We have some up here as well, which aren't actually ready yet, but we'll be getting these ready. So let me start filtering this. This system is actually working really, really, really well. So I'm very happy about that, that it actually functions functions, because I was just like, I don't know what to do. I was really struggling on how to figure this out, but I'm happy that it's working now. Oh, this is so good. Okay, I'll show you guys what this is once it is finished. I'm very excited. And once I connect this last cable up, everything should be working properly. So finally connecting up this cable, sending it to the top as well. All of these should be taking out all their essences. Everything should be leaving the system and going into this spruce barrel, which you can see it pretty much all is. You can see it craft that quickly. All of the ones with the high tier upgrades on them are going in there, which means we should have more than enough resources now to keep going. But something that we're missing a little bit of was netherite to upgrade these stellar upgrades. So what I'm going to do now is go get all those stellar upgrades out, make 10, maybe not 10, maybe make like another 3. Okay, maybe we still don't have enough of this to go through. Maybe I can make 2. I'll make 2. That'll work. So what we're going to do is replace all of what we can with these stellar upgrades, because these are the much better ones. So I just want to kind of have them up for certain systems. Well, I guess for most systems, might as well, right? Why not? Like, put them in there. We already have it on the netherite, which is what the one we're really missing on. But as long as we give it some time, it should be kind of flowing out and growing enough that we need. We don't really need more of them. But in the meantime, a few of these still don't have upgrades. So I'm going to put in these extra ones while we have the chance, because we might as well, right? Not all of these need something, but it's there. So we have completely fixed our phytogenic system. So this is working perfectly. It is running into the ME system. It is not taking more than just one little measly flux cable to automate all of this, which is amazing. It took a little bit of work, but we did get it working. We don't even have any more fluxes to fill out the rest of these. And I could probably add more, and I would love to add more up and probably to the right if we really wanted to, but I love this little system and I'm glad it is functioning. So grab out those last 2 and put them into a system that really needs it, and then we'll continue with something else. Really do want to make some more progress in today's episode. And well, I guess we don't have a lot of time. I've already been here for already like an hour, and we're only like 15 minutes into an episode. So let's just kind of keep going with the time we have and see what else we can get done, shall we? Because this has taken quite a while, but I'm glad I figured it out. It works so well. So that's really nice. But there we go. So we're good on that. And as you can see, we were crafting those stellar upgrades. I made this other system over here to unpack. We have the melodic upgrade in this thing, but I wanted this to unpack amethyst because I accidentally keep packing it into our system. But now that everything is being kind of drawn out, it should be perfectly fine. Did I even talk about this on camera? I might not have. I'll go talk about it right now in case I didn't. But as you can see, the amethyst is here. The only issue is that I need to actually manually take out the amethyst, because amethyst is not being put into the system right now because it isn't leaving this little system, because I want it to run through the furnace first. So anything that can be unpacked is, oh, that's why I had this to be anything that can be packed to be unpacked actually. So then I probably want to just do compact anything and probably take out stuff and put in stuff, because I really want the ores to be doing it. And even though you can unpack these into the ore chunks, they will run through the system and run into here. But since it'll also unpack amethyst, once it actually does pack it, I can take it back out of here and still use it as a thing. So that's what I'm gonna just kind of take out all this stuff and we'll put it into our system currently. Oh god, why is that block? We're freaking out, Jesus Christ. But as you can see, this is kind of the precursor to our cherry tree in the other world, and it's something I kind of wanted to redo because I really love this little tree. I think I'm gonna be making a lot more little custom trees like this, because god, does this look nice. Oh my god, where did all these eggs come from? I love how this came out. It actually came out really nice, and I want to make this again in that world as little custom trees around the area. But we were working on that really big one, and I really wanted to kind of get better at it. It's just kind of hard, you know. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of things to do, especially at a size that I made it in the Vanilla Plus series. If you're not watching it, that's what I'm talking about. It's such a difficult thing to build. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. It's so difficult to make an organic like this, and making it on this scale, I think it took me a good hour to kind of build this little tiny tree with a bunch of like extra details in here. So some logs in here, there's fences, there's some hedges, there's some leaves. It just took a long time of trying to figure things out, and this is the thing that really made me want to go build that big tree, and I'm very happy that I did. It's not done yet currently of recording, but this tree is, and it looks quite nice, and I'm very happy that we got to it, because this tree looks kind of amazing. I love the way this ended up. It's so nice. I'm so glad the other one burned down so I can build this one. It's so sick. Oh my god. Okay, what we have set up here actually, just really quickly, is we brought our tier 3 crafter down from where it used to be up there, and we're just kind of importing the same way we are here with the coal to make the higher tier Eternia's fuel blocks. We are inputting all of this stuff to kind of make Insanium. So I have essences running into here, the Inferium essences, and everything, as long as everything worked out properly, all the essences should kind of be gunning into here. So we just need to get more. So I think if I would look into Inferium, we don't have any. As long as there is, it'll import into here. It'll autocraft all the way up to all the tiers, which there should be a space for every tier. I think Prudentium has one, Tertarium, Imperium, Premium, and then there's another Imperium over here here, which there shouldn't really be one. We'll probably leave it as an empty space. This would have been the space for the Insanium, but now that I'm having it as the export, it is getting it into this import bus into the main system. So now we have Insanium. We have 10 currently, 10 total Insanium, and I just want more of that because if we do want to automate all the Modium with the seeds, we can definitely do it in that way, and we just need more Insanium than we have. So we need a lot more essence. So I just need to give it more time because I think the essence is running at the fastest speed it can. But if I want more, of course I can make another one and have another seed up there running with the Inferium essences. But anyways, what I think I'm gonna do right now, after clearing out some stuff I have in here, which I can't do this yet, I want to make the Marine Fisher. This is like my main thing right now. I think I would like to make this. I don't have any of these other things yet. I really need to dive into some other mods. So what we need to do is dive into this mod, which means we need a dissolution chamber. So to make a dissolution chamber, we need a pity machine frame, which we can make quite easily, which is great. So to make the rest of the dissolution chamber, we need to get plastic, and plastic comes from dry rubber, which dry rubber comes from tiny dry rubber, which tiny dry rubber comes from resin, and oh, actually resin seems to come from extractor. We can get some from extractor. Interesting. I didn't think this is the way that we're going to want us to do it, but we can get resin from here, and then the resin can go into, well, I guess we can, I guess if we do it in that specific way. But let's see, there must be other ways to get plastic sheets, which those are plastic construction bricks, so I don't think that's it. There must be a different way. Okay, so we're probably going to step into this quest line right about here, just so we can kind of figure out what we're doing, because I have zero clue about industrial foregoing. So we're going to need to make a few of these things. So pitiful generator, is that what we're going to do really quickly? So let's mark a few of these items, because I don't know how to make some of these things. Item and fluid transport, they have options, but we're probably going to not use that. The fluid exporter is what we need. The latex processing unit, what we need. Yeah, we did all these things in EMC to the Sky, which is why I was like, I should know how to do these things. I just need to make this and make this. All right, let me make all these items, and then we'll set them up in a room where we can actually get all these things done, because I really do want to get all this done today, or at least most of it, or just like a little bit of it, maybe kind of getting this kind of set up. Furnaces is also something we need an autocraft for, so we'll get that set up as well soon. All right, so this is our little industrial foregoing setup. This will be one of the last things we do in today's episode, in case this, I mean, I don't know how long this is going to be, but it should be perfectly fine, I think. But this is one of the last things we're going to do. So this is our automated setup we have right here. We have the fluid extractors. They're extracting from these logs. But once we have these logs done, I think there is a log that's like really good. I just don't remember what it is. Like, it might like be like birch or something. I just don't have, oh no, I do have like birch. Let me just make quite a bit of birch, and we're going to put a lot of it, or all of it, into this system. So once these are done kind of taking in these blocks, they should just place in the next one, and it should be perfectly fine. Everything should be set up in the way that it needs to. I think everything should work out. I'm not going to test it by breaking anything, but it should be fine. We'll test it once it's actually done and putting the next one in. It should be okay. Now, the only thing that we have to do is, and to properly fix this, we need universal pipes working here. So we really need universal pipes to kind of function and come out through here. So we need them to connect up. I guess we can connect them up to the back like this, since they're not connecting to this thing properly, which is really weird. And then from there, we're going to have them exporting out to, I think, some kind of tank. Do we have any tanks that we have using? Anything that we can easily, like, really quickly make? I know there's like big tanks. Singularity tanks from Mob Grain Utilities is really good. The jumbo tanks is, oh yeah, from Mob Grain Utilities. That's exactly what I want. Let me make a few of these. Let me make the patterns actually for these things really fast. So in case we need this again, we do have the craft for them. So all we're going to do is kind of put this down. Everything should be exporting from here. Actually, once we configure all of these pipes, they should be exporting from here. So now all the latex is going in here, which has about 3 buckets full in here. And now we can actually get into the rest of this. So we need a bucket of latex actually continue. So let's get that bucket out and continue. And we'll actually follow this quest line a little bit really quickly. We'll go through it kind of fast. And we won't be taking too long on this. So latex, it gives us some buckets. We got the latex processing unit, and we want this to make dry rubber. So what does it say on the actual quest line? Use melted plastic. When smelted gives plastic, which are the main resource of industrial foregoing. So we need to actually do that. Latex and plastic. Yeah, that's fine. So all we're going to do is actually get this. I don't think this has any configurables. So what we're going to do is kind of just push it out of here and grab this. And then we're going to put down our latex processing unit, which needs to go in here. Now, the other thing that we need to grab is a sink, because the sink needs to also go into here. So we're also going to kind of just pull out water from here and push it into this system. So we're getting latex and water from the same side, which is amazing. Now, this thing also needs a little bit of power, which the plugs don't work for some reason. So I'm going to just kind of put a plug on it, or a point on it on the side, because for some reason it's not providing power to all of it. It's not providing power to these universal pipes. They're not compatible blocks, which is kind of strange, but that's relatively okay. Now this is powered, and now everything should be producing into here. And now we're producing dry rubber, which dry rubber, we probably do want to go into our system, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The dry rubber, actually, I probably want to grab it out just so we can finish that quest line. So grabbing the dry rubber out, we want to make plastic, and this is just smelting. So what we're probably going to want to do is actually just get this set up on a line by getting the ME cables kind of running over here into the system. And I guess we're going to move this out to the side or something really, really fast, just so we can have some space. And we're going to run some cables along here just so I can have this system connected up. So is this, oh my God, it's so hard to get this to running here. There we go. Let's get rid of these. All right, so on here, all we need to do is actually get one of those ME blocks. Which one is it? I always forget. It's the ME interface. The ME interface should pull items out of here, I think, if we do it properly. Or maybe, actually, no, I don't think that's gonna actually work. I need to configure it. So this needs to just in import bus. That'll work out perfectly. So having an import bus, it should take out the dry rubber that we need. We just need acceleration cards because this naturally goes quite slow, which is really strange to me that it does that, but that's okay. So there we go. So now that that's done, it took it all out, but it just did it a little slowly. There we go. Let's take out all this cobblestone as well. I'm not even sure why I have that on me. These fluid tanks have latex in them, so this can speed up a little bit of this. So I do want to actually grab this out of here. I think this was given to us so we can actually have this go a little quicker. So that should work. Once that's done, we'll replace it with the other one and take out all the latex so we can just speed up our process. I think that's what this is for. It's just so that we don't take a little too long kind of doing this. Okay, I guess I'll leave it there actually because it's not done. It's gonna take a little while, so that's okay. Now this is making all of that. So what we're gonna go do is actually go to our furnace and make a upgrade on this. I might have to upgrade this pattern provider. The good thing is that I can do that, which is perfectly okay. So what we're gonna do is get out the plastic upgrade, which is there a thing that I finished in here already that is freaking out about? Oh, getting started part 2. Oh, we got this tank. That's what it was. Okay. Oh, we actually had a latex bucket as well. And we have some more fluid extractors, but I think we're fine on that. Has it placed down? Oh yes, actually it did work. It placed down some of the birch. So this is constantly going to work. That's pretty okay. So here is our basic pattern for plastic, and we are going to just craft 5 because apparently that's what we have. We have 5 enough to make 5 plastic. Let's take that back out and let's go look at that quest here. Where is industrial forging? There it is. If we're going, there we go. And that gives us 5 more plastic, which is amazing. Now, the plastic we needed for these things really quickly was to make the dissolution chamber first. So we need to make another pity machine frame, which we'll just kind of make one. We need a chest, just any random chest should work, and then a gear. So let's make these things, and then let's also make this diamond gear really quickly, and then that is our dissolution chamber, which we'll go put it in the side of the industrial for foraging stuff. So this needs power, so we're gonna add the, I guess I'm gonna put this for now in between them, just so that this is powering 2 things. So now this has power, and now this dissolution chamber actually I think can be automated. So if we want to put some pattern providers in here, we just kind of want to put one there and put it right here. All I'm gonna do is kind of bring the line over there and connect this up. Now that should work out perfectly. So if we have anything we need to make in the dissolution chamber, we should be perfectly fine. So what do we need to make in here? Because it seems like we're gonna need to make the ore lasers, lenses, and stuff like that if we do want to do that later. So this thing might need to actually be upgraded. So I'm actually gonna craft. Actually, let's use one of those pattern provider upgrades. I think this should work. Yeah, do that. There we go. So this has more patterns that it can actually provide, which is amazing. So I'm gonna put blocking mode on just because I don't know if this is gonna work. And then we're gonna go make the marine fisher. Where is that thing? Here it is. The marine fisher needed the simple machine frame. So this is the thing that we really need. So we need to go into the right terminal, marine fisher, simple machine frame, and then put it into here, which is great. So we can put that pattern into there. We also need to have a pattern for every item that it makes. So looking at the simple machine frame, it uses nether bricks, plastic, penny machine frames. Gold gear might be something we don't have, and I'm gonna go ahead and say we don't. No, we actually do. It's right there at the top. Actually, that's great. So the only thing that we do need from this is the pity machine frame recipe, which is something I had been putting off because I was like, I don't think we're gonna need it that much, but that's perfectly fine. We have more than enough to do that. All I'm gonna do is kind of put this into here. The other thing that we're gonna do is stop making, or actually we're gonna also just connect up. Let's see. I do want it to go into a tank, and this tank still has buckets. So what we're gonna do is kind of just place, is it a pattern provider? Is that how we had the sink before? I don't really remember. I'm trying to remember how they had this working. I think it was like this, and then no, it wasn't this. We had something that was like partitioning storages and stuff like that. I don't think it was this thing. Here it is. This is the thing that we need. The ME storage bus is the thing that we went to go around doing some of this stuff. So all we're gonna do is kind of connect it up. It is still constantly making the other stuff, but this is also still constantly making latex for us. So that's good that we always have a little bit in here. And actually, it has quite a lot of buckets. It seems like we just need to actually click partition storage, I think, and then that should fix it. So now we have this into our recipe, so we can actually put it into here should we need. That's actually growing quite quickly. That's pretty good. Oh, the issue is now it seems to be actually importing. Oh, it's importing into the system. What's exactly happening here? I'm not 100% sure. It should be importing actually, I think now it's importing latex. I don't want it to do that. I need to fix that really quickly. Okay, I actually think that fixed it. Just having these not immediately connected, it fixed the issue, which is kind of strange, but it seems to have worked. Actually, did it work? Oh no, it seems to actually be trying to take it out. Is there a, I don't want it to do anything. There we go. Okay, that's how we fix it. That's true. And now at the back, I also don't want it to be taking out water. So the water needs to be taken out at the top. It just needs to have a disabled thing at the top. So these can fill up. Okay, there we go. That's how we do it. Okay, that fixes the issue. But now we have latex in the system. Should we need to actually make something? So now with this in here, we should be able to make, what is this thing called? A simple machine frame. Now if I request one, it should craft up a simple machine frame. And actually, yes, it did. So it has everything in here. It is slowly going. These probably have some upgrades to them, but that's good. So now all we gotta do is kind of wait for it to finish. That dissolution chamber will finish our upgrade. And then that is like the main thing that we needed for this thing. So there we go. That now needs to have an output, push out the top, I guess. Yeah, push out the top. That should work. Now, if we go back, oh my God, did that guy die? Now, okay, this is the last thing we're gonna do. We're actually gonna just make this. So we need to make these things that we're missing, which we need some iron gears, which I don't think we're ever gonna need again. So I'm gonna just kind of like not make that. Same thing with the fishing rod. I don't think we really need a thing for it. And now we have our marine fisher, which is a big thing in the Getting Started Part 2 quest, which is gonna unlock all the other stuff that we had already done. That gives us an advanced machine frame. This gives us some other stuff. This some XP and potion of swiftness. And now we will be able to get into the ore lasers as well as the netherite star seeds and stuff like that. Do we need actually how many nether stars do we have? Oh, we have in the thousands. There's not really a need to go do anything with that. But now we have our marine fisher. So all I'm gonna do with this is kind of plug it in somewhere, because I think all you gotta do is power it and it'll give you stuff, from what I understand. I'm not exactly sure how this works. Is there a listing? The best way to get access to the sea. It needs a pool that has at least 5 blocks wide to work, and if it somehow doesn't make it bigger, give it power. This can give you enchanted books, ink sacks, fish, and more. Seriously worth it. So I need a pool of at least 5 blocks, and that'll do it. So I just need to make a little thing with water. So if I go ahead and put this in some kind of, I don't know, I actually don't know where to put this. I don't have an idea of where this should go. I guess we'll make a little tank somewhere out of glass. Okay, I think right here we're gonna make a little thing of glass, which actually I think we're gonna need a little bit more glass. So let me make 200 more of these clear glass here, just so we can use it. So here we go. I'm gonna just kind of put it 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the outer layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then the outer layer. So I think that should be everything we need. And then now all we gotta do is kind of fill up this area. So let me do that really quickly, and that'll be the end of today's episode, because I have been going on for way too long. It is really late. I really should go to bed. Oh my God. You know, I'm not sure how this marine fisher works. I know it said just to make it bigger if it doesn't function, but I don't get it. I don't understand how this is supposed to work at all. I assumed it was supposed to be like a big tank, and I tried that. It didn't work. Now I'm trying this pool, and it doesn't seem to work either. I don't know what it really wants or how it's supposed to be set up. I would need to see a visual representation, because there's not even pictures. It would be really nice if there was just like a picture of how this is supposed to be put in. But now I'm assuming it's kind of supposed to be just like a little pool. So I'm putting power to this. Maybe it was too small. It is still not producing anything. So maybe it has to be a deep pool, or maybe it just has a really low chance of getting something. I don't think that's the case. So I'm just gonna put it away. We'll come back to this later. I think that's a good idea. For right now, I'm gonna just kind of like end the episode off, because it's been a long day. I've recorded so much today, and it's also really, really late, and I really should be asleep already. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. We got quite a lot done. Just alone with getting this done, this stuff behind me, I think that's worth it. We got quite a lot done in, I was gonna say mechanical mastery, in magical crops, and I'm very happy with it. We'll make some more progress on another episode. This was a very long one. We did quite a lot of stuff in quite a lot of time. It has been probably a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I think a good hour and a half, I think it's been. But yeah, I think that's the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 20. And actually, let me take a look at this. What's going on here? Oh, you're not exporting. Why aren't you exporting? Oh, I have this on the wrong thing. I accidentally inverted you. That's why you're not exporting. That should, if I'm not mistaken, there you go. That did it. There, that should fix it. Okay, now looking at the rest, is anything else kind of backing up like that? These are just empty. No, okay, I made a mistake on that one. That's it. Okay, there we go. I'm glad I saw that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, consider sticking around and subscribing, because there'll be definitely a lot more of this to come. So I'm very excited to continue into this pack. We're getting good progress. We finally got the Marine Fisher. We got these photogenic insulators at a proper setup where they're actually quite useful. That means I might just make a bunch more of these to set them up. It is quite tedious to organize them though, but it's not bad. It just takes a little while, but it does work. And they are at their pretty much at their maximum capacity for most of the ones that are set up here. The main ones that we really need are at max capacity. So if anything, we'll just kind of add more of like the netherite and stuff like that into this list and just make this thing taller and bigger and stuff like that. But it should be perfectly fine. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far, and I will see you all in the next episode. Whether it's this or the Vanilla Plus series, because that's quite fun. If you're here for All the Mods 9, go check out that other one. It's quite a fun mod pack and a quite fun Let's Play to do. So, if you guys are enjoying it all, and I will see you all in the next one. See you guys then. Bye!